Now ladies, I don't know about you, but I get really confused with Newton meters of torque, the gubbins about powertrains, all the acronyms, so I'm just going to let go of the jargon and keep things simple. I'm Annabelle Quirk, join me for a woman's perspective. This is the new Vitara from Suzuki, and yes ladies, this is the top of the range, the SZ5, which will cost you around 31,000. And don't you think it looks like a little mini Range Rover? You can get one for as little as £23,749. Now, there seems to be a trend today where a lot of the SUVs look quite a lot alike. You don't have that with a Vitara. It pays homage to the looks that launched it back in the 1980s. I think there was even a wide boy version. But don't worry, it's bang up to date in terms of looks and performance. This colour really stands out. I think it will appeal to a lot of women out there. But their range, the blues, the silvers, the golds, the red, and that two-tone roof, it really makes it stand out. You've got some really crazy names for the colours. This is Atlantis Turquoise Pearl. And you've got, for the roof, two-tone, Cosmic Black Pearl. No, not that black pearl. Cosmic Black Pearl. And it really stands out. And look at this design language too. And you've also got packs, style packs and design packs. My favourite is the urban pack, and it's got bright red accents. Good headlights, makes it easy to see in the dark, and they're automatic. And don't worry about the rain, you've got automatic wipers. You've also got front fog lights. This is one of the design features I was talking about, but it does harken back to the look from the 1980s. Ooh, pretty black and polished metal, 17-inch alloy wheels. Now we've got the full hybrid. In a nutshell, it means you've got the petrol engine and an electric motor, which means it goes from petrol to electric seamlessly. You don't actually have to do anything. But you do have an eco mode. The button's just on the right-hand side of the steering wheel. It won't be as nippy, but it will be more economical. And when you lift your foot off the pedal, it automatically slows you down and starts putting power back into the batteries, giving you even more electric range. But don't worry, you don't need to plug it in. You've got keyless entry, but if your hands are full, you don't need to worry about the key fob. You can just press the button and open the door. One thing to note, you do have power folding door mirrors, but they don't turn in or out when you lock or unlock the car. Even with mobility challenges, I find it easy to get in and out of. I would have liked to have seen a grab handle above the driver's door, but you can't have everything. One feature I really do like is that you can adjust the height of your seatbelt in the front. Not all manufacturers address this, but because I'm quite short, I find being able to drop it down means it doesn't cut into my neck. You've also got start-stop, so no key in the ignition. You've got oodles of space, front and rear, and you've got lots of legroom. You've got charging ports here so you can charge your phone easily, and the sun visors have illuminated vanity mirrors, and to turn them off, you just shut it. I like this styling here. It's really funky. And I didn't have something like this on my Jimny. Now the infotainment screen, I would have liked it to be a touch larger, but it does the job and it's rather cute. And even though there are no knobs on the stereo, this slidey button here is really sensitive, so you can just turn it up and down without even looking at it, but you've also got stereo controls on the steering wheel. You've got comfy and supportive seats. They're in fabric and a two-tone leatherette, and they come with a choice of colours. And if you want to know how comfortable they are, well, I got out of a long journey in them for a couple of hours with no stress. I like the fact that you can adjust the seat, and the fact that you can also adjust your steering wheel gives you a really comfortable driving position. And you do have paddles on the back, like a racing car. I also like the fact that the armrest is big enough for you and your passenger. I've got great visibility, big window and rear window, which is great for manoeuvring and for parking, although I'm a big fan of the reversing camera. Now, not all trims have parking sensors, but this one does. It's great that you've got knobs on the air conditioning though. It's agile and fun, and it puts a smile on your face. And it reminded me of the Jimny I had back in the day, because it's fun to drive, it's easy to drive, and the steering is light, but it wakens up when you need it, and the suspension is good. Yes, you get a bit of body roll, but it's an SUV you're going to, but it does eat up the potholes, and it makes it a nice smooth ride. Also, the brakes are good. I do like the fact you get an old school handbrake. That does help when you're adventuring a little bit. You've also got hill start assist and descent control. See, that's going to help you when you're going down really meandering, steep roads and lanes when you're trying to find where you need to go. Cluster's easy to understand. You've also got a little computer in the middle which gives you lots of information. It's nice to see a high level of safety because the standard options include adaptive cruise control, lane departure warning, blind spot detection, the list goes on. And also dual brake sensor support. I'm sure there's an acronym, but it doesn't matter because basically what it does, if you're heading towards what it senses as a collision, if it doesn't feel that you're stopping in enough, it'll warn you. as you get closer and you still don't get there in terms of braking, it'll start to slow you down. So that kind of overwatch, it's great from whether you're nipping to the shops or going on holiday. The stereo's good, means you can whack the volume up and sing as loud as you like. A nice feature is this panoramic sunroof. It means the little ones in the back, they can look out at the trees or the stars, and if it's too bright and sunny, you've got a power blind. Let's get in the back. The door actually opens quite wide, but you've got a bit of an angle getting in, so for somebody like me who's got mobility challenges, just take your time. This one also does have a grab handle above the door, so I'm going to use it to get in. See, I've got plenty of legroom and I can get my feet under the seat. My husband Ben, who is 6'3", can also sit comfortably front and back. It's comfortable and you've got your safety, you've got your ISOFIX points and your airbags. And in terms of storage, you've got really decent door pockets and you've even got this here. Now, I would have liked to have seen some charge ports here, but you can't have everything. You do have an armrest, it's a decent size, but it's not padded. And as you've got styling packs for the exterior, it would have been nice to see that pop of colour in the interior, just to brighten up these door cards. And a nice touch, you've not got one, but two interior lights. Oodles of space, which means you can get your full weekly shopping, yoga equipment, pushchair, large dog, or even a cat. He's quite happy in here. You've also got storage spaces either side. And I can easily take off the partial shelf and drop the seats and say get in my mountain bike or furniture, you name it. And if you get a puncture, you've got an inflation kit under the false floor. I won't show it to you now because Planet Auto Cat is looking rather comfortable. You've got keyless entry for the boot, but to be honest, I'd always go for a power tailgate if there's the option. But it's not too heavy and it's easy to close. It's such a bad move now. I like the styling in the rear. It's nice and chunky. And look at this bumper. Very nice. And the side as well, it looks very off-roady. And you've got cladding around the wheel arches, which will give you a bit of protection if you're getting a bit adventurous. And in case you're wondering, ladies, this is where your petrol cap releases. Always good to know. The bonnet's really easy to open. The catch is just by the driver's side. Reach down and pop. This one is really easy. You pop your hand in and you slide it across until you find the latch and then you lift. And it's not too heavy either. And you just pop it in there and it's really easy to see where you need to go to top up your fluids. And when you want to close it, you just drop and you're done. My favourite thing about the Vitara is the versatility because it's got AllGrip, which is four-wheel drive. So it gives you the versatility in the city as well as being a little adventurous. But the four-wheel drive is a boon in bad weather and it's so easy to turn it on to. You've got the dial and you just turn it left for snow. But you've also got sport and you've got auto, which basically leaves the car to do it itself. All round, it's a smart looking SUV. It stands out from the crowd. It's just that little bit different.